Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, we hear from the director of the Michigan State Police about the ways they're trying to improve safety in Michigan communities. Plus, the latest details on the fiery crash and police chase yesterday following a shooting in Marquette County. And the Department of Health and Human Services sounds the alarm on Medicare fraud. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Welcome in. A first look at your forecast where we're trying to see when some rain comes back into the area, although it has been really nice without having to worry about the rain gear. But I think we will start to see some of that moisture returning for tomorrow. Definitely not going to be a washout, and you may not even see the rain at all. It's going to be widely scattered and probably centralized into that evening time frame. So if you don't see any of that rain, we are expecting warmth all the way around, just a few widely scattered showers, and we are looking at maybe some severe storms. So all those details, another look at your forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Kelly, thank you very much. Michigan State Police Director Colonel James Grady says keeping communities safe requires more than just law enforcement. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy spoke with him about violence prevention, recruitment, and the challenges ahead.
The Michigan State Police is continuing to expand programs aimed at preventing violence before it happens. Colonel James Grady says education, community engagement, and early intervention remain key to addressing threats ranging from school violence to attacks targeting places of worship.
You can't arrest your way out of or write tickets out of these situations. When I talk about educate, we're also talking about our security of places of worship training.
Colonel Grady says the department has continued its Stop the Plot initiative, hosted youth violence prevention summits, and provided security training across the state. He says those efforts depend on partnerships with community leaders, schools, and local law enforcement.
We have to prepare our students, we have to prepare our faculty, we have to prepare the parents of these children as well. We have to be prepared as much as possible.
As lawmakers negotiate the next state budget, Grady acknowledges the department could face financial pressures, but says public safety will remain the priority.
I'm not the first director, and I won't be the only state director to have to make some modifications to their budget. When that time comes, I got a great team to work with at the MSP. We will find solutions.
Grady says recruitment has remained a challenge across the law enforcement profession, but the department is working to build interest through school outreach and community events.
We need to start piquing their interest at that age level so that they can have the genuine and honest conversations with us and ask the questions so that we can tell them what we do.
Colonel Grady says whether it's through hiring new troopers, expanding community programs, or building new partnerships, the goal remains the same: keeping Michigan communities safe. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
A shooting investigation in Marquette led to a dramatic police pursuit and fiery crash Tuesday night in Negaunee. Police say when officers responded to a disturbance on West Baraga Avenue, they found one man suffering from gunshot wounds and another man wounded, both with non-life-threatening injuries. The suspect then fled the scene but was quickly located by Michigan State Police. A high-speed chase then ensued, ending when the suspect crashed into fuel pumps at the Christ gas station on US 41 in Negaunee. The crash sparked a large fire which closed down the intersection. The suspect was then taken into custody and transported to UP Health System Marquette for minor injuries. Authorities say all parties involved knew each other. The incident was isolated and there is no ongoing threat to the public. The investigation remains ongoing. The week of June 5th, or 6/5, is nationally observed as Medicare Fraud Prevention Week, as most people qualify for Medicare at the age of 65. WZMQ's Andrew Hans has more on how the state works to keep users safe and aware.
The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, Michigan Department of Insurance and Financial Services, and Attorney General's Office use this week to spread the word on combating the common scams, as annually several $1 billion in Medicare costs are lost nationally, just in what gets reported.
So it is pretty prevalent, and so trying to get out ahead of it to prevent that from happening, I think that's one way we're trying to help bring that number down.
Common scams include calls from unknown numbers claimed to be from Medicare looking to make charges for things like medical equipment to an account. Beneficiaries are reminded to protect their Medicare number just as they would a credit card or social security number, and to only receive medical items from providers they regularly see.
Medicare is not going to call you and ask you for that information, so just kind of know that. You can hang up on that call and give a call on the number on the back of your card, or call 1-800-Medicare directly.
A way to fight this type of fraud is through the Michigan Senior Medicare Patrol, who work to provide more of this information to Medicare beneficiaries, their families, and caregivers to further prevent them from falling victim, as well as helping those who have experienced fraudulent behavior.
Our goal is to try and educate individuals across the state to help protect themselves and ways to do that. We also work with individuals who may suspect that they've been a victim of a scam or fraud and that they want to report that, so we can help work with them to report that to the correct authorities.
Anyone who suspects a scam can get in contact with the Senior Medicare Patrol at 844-677-6424. Reporting, Andrew Hands, WZMQ 19 News.
President Trump addressed reporters in the Oval Office today, reiterating that he believes a deal to end the war with Iran could come together soon, in spite of a night of missile attacks in the region. Jesse Mitchell has the latest tonight.
On Wednesday, President Trump again told reporters there could soon be a deal to end the war with Iran.
It could happen. I mean, if it happens, and it might not happen, who knows? But if it happens, it could happen like over the weekend.
The president's remarks come after a tense night in the region, with Iranian missiles and drones striking Kuwait's international airport. Officials say one person was killed and dozens more injured. The regime's Revolutionary Guard released this video Wednesday, claiming to show the launch of one of its heaviest barrages aimed at U.S. military bases and regional Gulf allies. Still, President Trump insisted the ceasefire remains intact.
It's a different part of the world. I'd say in that part of the world, ceasefires when you're shooting in a more moderate manner.
On this vote, the yeas are 215 and the nays are 208.
On Wednesday, the House adopted the Democrats' War Powers Resolution, which would direct the president to halt further U.S. military action against Iran without prior congressional approval. In a 215 to 208 vote, 4 Republicans crossed the aisle to support the measure. This is the 4th House vote on the War Powers Act and the first time it passed. Also on Capitol Hill Wednesday, Secretary of State Marco Rubio addressed the House Foreign Affairs Committee, describing the U.S. military's wins in the war with Iran.
We defined victory as destroying their defense industrial base, significantly reducing the number of missile launchers that they possess, significantly reducing their stockpile of drones, and we achieved all of those.
Rubio also confirmed President Trump will travel to Turkey next month to take part in the NATO summit.
The War Powers Resolution now goes to the Senate, where 4 Republican senators joined Democrats last month to advance a similar measure. The Senate has not yet taken a final vote to approve or reject its own War Powers Resolution. Kelly Rowland has your first warning weather forecast after the break, and Enhance Escanaba plants flowers along Ludington Street. We'll be right back after this.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Buckle's Party Store, it's where the party starts in Calumet, with an awesome beer selection featuring domestic, foreign, and craft brew beer, a great selection of wine, just about any kind of liquor you want, and a great range of tobacco products. Buckle's Party Store in Calumet, it's where the party starts for everyone.
Live outside Marquette County? Recycle 906 is worth the drive. We accept cans, cardboard, plastics, and more. Bring it in. Keep the Upper Peninsula clean. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
Instant games from the Michigan Lottery. Fun to play, anytime, any place, at any pace. With dozens of games to choose from and millions of dollars in prizes, it's instant fun for everyone. Sparkle, scratch, and win with our new Gem 7s games. Top prizes of $4 million and $203 million in prizes.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan. Attention anglers, know what day is best to cast a line by tuning into the fishing forecast on WZMQ 19 News. Brought to you by Blades Bait and Tackle. A great day of fishing starts here.
Thursday, You're like really good. You look like a god, and you're like also a great actor. I'm like, okay, fine.
I'm a terrible human being.
Thank you.
Nicholas Galitzine and Camila Mendez from Masters of the Universe. So you're in your 30s now. How is it?
I just feel like your 30s, especially as a woman, it's like really when you come into yourself and you like stop caring about what other people think.
Wait till your 40s.
Yeah.
Plus Dr. Jill Biden.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ CBS. Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News. Now, from the 19 News Forecast Center, this is WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back, as we're going to start to see some rain move on in, but we ended up having 83 degrees for our high temperatures, so no doubt it has been a stretch of rain-free conditions and even some summer-like temperatures, which has been a real treat. But just remember, it can always be maybe a little impactful when it comes to possible wildfires. Don't want to stress too much on that negativity. We want you to be able to get outside and enjoy. It has been quite a while since we've seen this little of activity on our futurecast, whether that be rain or snow. So hopefully you've been enjoying it, but things will start to change as that cloud cover continues to increase for tomorrow morning. And then around 3 o'clock, it seems at this point, this is when we are going to see some showers and a few isolated thunderstorms roll in. And especially once we get to Thursday night and now into Friday, once we get that moisture, we're going to continue to see those pop-up showers into your Friday morning, a little break through the afternoon, and then that evening round of showers for Friday night, I'll specifically be looking at, because that does have maybe some severe thunderstorm potential. And for tomorrow, we do have, for at least the western half of the Upper Peninsula at this point, a 1 out of 5 from the Storm Prediction Center, which means a few isolated severe storms are possible. And we do have that increased severe thunderstorm risk the further west that you get. So the thought process is it's going to diminish a bit once it gets to the Upper Peninsula and even as it travels out close to the eastern half. And the outlook for the following day, the Friday storms, has a very similar outlook to it. So I think the thought process there is almost kind of that continuation of severe thunderstorm possibility from the round of storms tomorrow night, continuing that into Friday. So we'll be on not only some shower watch, but maybe some severe thunderstorm watch for these next 2 days. But again, it's much needed. We have not seen a decent amount, a measurable amount of rain in quite some time. So we will need the grass and just overall the vegetation to get some of that rain to help things out. The UV is going to be into that high range even when we get some of those showers and storms. We'll still have a little bit of those rays of sunshine peeking through the clouds. So we are looking at that moderate to high, even very high risk once we start to get the rain out of the way and then go back to the dry conditions for next week. So the rain that we are expecting, it's just going to be a bit. It really shouldn't last, and we aren't going to go from this very dry stretch to a very rainy stretch by any means. So at least just maybe satiates the potential drought issue, and then it moves back out. But as for the temperatures, 6 to 10 day outlook still showing above normal temperatures. So we are going to continue to see those summer-like temperatures again, which is a real treat, even though we do have a bit of a relief, a bit of a reset, and a break from the warmth and the sunshine. And that is for Friday night going into Saturday. These rounds of showers and storms are from cold fronts. So yes, temperatures will get colder, and then we rebound very nicely, very smoothly. For Sunday going into Monday, we climb from the lower 70s to the lower 80s with plenty of sunshine.
Kelly, thank you again. Downtown Escanaba has been lined with orange barrels since the start of spring due to construction. But today, volunteers added some new colors to Ludington Street. 5 years ago, Enhance Escanaba purchased 36 cement planters thanks to a $50,000 grant from America in Bloom. Since then, the group has filled them with flowers each June. Volunteers say, in addition to brightening up the downtown, the flowers can actually have a positive economic impact.
Research said that beautification increases sales. I was at a convention where it was actually proven to me from other cities that they had a significant increase in sales, plus they had a significant decrease in the empty stores in downtown. So it's not just for your eye, it's for your pocketbook too.
The flowers were purchased from Chenier's Greenhouse, courtesy of grant funding from the Community Foundation for Delta County. In today's consumer news, the Points Guy is out with the results of its 10th annual Best Airlines Report. Topping the list for the 8th consecutive year is Delta, following closely by United and Southwest. The rankings are based on factors including reliability, experience, loyalty programs, and cost. The Points Guy founder and CEO Brian Kelly told CBS Mornings Delta's profit-sharing program is key to its success.
There is a marked difference in the happiness of their employees, which I believe is dedicated, is attributed to that profit sharing. And they're generally very reliable.
The Points Guy says United closed the gap a lot this year, in part because of its frequent flyer benefits, but holding it back from the top spot is the airline's high number of missing bags. Matching with someone on a dating app usually leads to small talk or a first date, but for cancer patients, a different phone app can lead to something far more important, support through the hardest time of their lives. Gwen Baumgartner shares the story of one perfect match.
It's been 2 years since single dad Mark Seviano Jr. began the fight of his life.
I was 40 years old. Just celebrated Father's Day. A couple days later, got diagnosed with cancer.
The months ahead with esophageal cancer were daunting, painful, and isolating.
And one night, late at night, I was just scrolling through my phone and Googling like cancer support groups. And then Cancer Buddy came up. And I was like, Cancer Buddy?
Christina Merrill created the app, wanting to design an online support system for patients, survivors, and caregivers with an estimated 2.1 million new cancer cases this year in the U.S.
There's been great advances in cancer treatment, but there hasn't been a lot of focus on the psychological and emotional aspects of cancer care. And so that's why Cancer Buddy really fills this gap.
Similar to a dating app, Cancer Buddy allows users to find matches based on cancer type, age, and location, then swipe to find connections.
It's a very niche app.
For Mark, one swipe led to a friendship with Anita Chan.
So this was March 2025.
Oh, wow, you have it?
The pair connecting over the pains of chemo, background as teachers, and their faith.
I didn't have to beg for that support. It came naturally. It felt like he understood that I needed that, and it was a place for me to lean on to.
Mark is now cancer-free, while Anita continues treatment for stage 4 neuroendocrine carcinoma, both saying this connection is a form of medicine.
We got to make each other better, better versions of ourselves.
All while gaining a friend to walk through life with.
Research from China's Southern Medical University found that cancer patients experiencing social isolation or loneliness faced a higher risk of mortality, making support during cancer treatment critical, whether that support comes from family, a support group, or an app. Mike Ludlam has your sports highlights. When we come back, we'll see who came out on top in the baseball regional semifinal between Escanaba and Petoskey. We're back in 2 minutes.
At the MicroWorks Foundation, we've helped thousands of people land an AI-proof six-figure job that doesn't require a 4-year degree. And this year, with a little help from Wells Fargo, we're going to help a lot more. These are essential jobs, in demand like never before, and my foundation has set aside millions of dollars to help you get the training you'll need to master a skill that's in demand. Skip the debt. Learn a trade. Apply today for a work ethic scholarship at microworks.org.
Attention veterans and military families. If you're between the ages of 50 and 80, you may qualify to review your final expense coverage options. Many veterans believe that the VA will cover all of their funeral costs, but unfortunately, in many cases, VA burial programs only cover a portion of the expense. And today, the average funeral with burial can cost around $8,000 or more. Don't leave your loved ones facing unexpected bills. Right now, LifeCare is helping veterans and their families learn about final expense insurance options that may help cover funeral costs, medical bills, and other end-of-life expenses. With a quick call, you can find out if you qualify for affordable whole life insurance designed to help protect your family from these costs. In many cases, no medical exam is required, no lengthy health questionnaires, and coverage decisions can be made quickly. Call now to review your final expense coverage options. Call 800-309-8594. That's 800-309-8594.
A lot happens in Washington and Lansing that affects life right here in the Upper Peninsula.
Power of the purse strings.
And where ideas become laws.
Budget votes. High-stakes rulings.
environmental concerns.
Consequential executive orders.
The kind of news that doesn't always make headlines, but probably should. That's why 19 News has reporters in both capitals. So when something happens that matters to you, we're already there. 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. Escanaba had home field advantage in its Division II Baseball Regional Semifinal against Petoskey. The Eskimos fell to the Northmen 3-0 2 years ago. Revenge? Well, let's see. The Eskimos were already up 2-0 when Ashton Rimkos crushes this one over the center fielder's head by a decent margin. Graham Johnson will motor around and touch home plate, and the Escanaba Eskimos have a 3-0 lead on the two-bagger. We're in the third inning now, and Bryce Bickler, the hero from last Friday, will kind of duck snort that one into left center field. He will get a couple of runs across the plate, and Escanaba has a 5-0 lead. We move to the fourth, and here comes Escanaba again. Ashton Rimkos again, and this one, the center fielder didn't learn his scouting report the first time. He didn't learn it the second time either. Another run will cross the plate with relative ease, and the Eskimos have a 6-0 lead. McCaden Hughes has been hitting well this season. He's going to punch this one pretty hard to left field. Yeah, he's playing in too shallow. That's going to get another run, 7-0 Eskimos. That was plenty for Lenny Peacock, who had a 3-hitter today. Escanaba cruises to a 10-0 Mercy Rule win.
Had a slow start, or kind of got a good wake-up call in Kingsford to get through that one, but to come here, I think everyone was really energetic. Amazing crowd today. Shout out to everyone that came to this game. Show your support. That was huge. We rallied behind the crowd, and everyone on the team played a part today.
Put the ball in play, try to find barrels, and get good swings and good at bats, and we did it all, and it worked.
Now the pitch to Rimkos.
Escanaba travels to Grand Rapids for the regional final. They'll face the powerhouse Kanawha Hills Pioneers. The Pioneers are 33-2. Escanaba is 25-8. Pioneers had a rally today, though, for a 4-3 win over East Grand Rapids. That game is at Grand Rapids Forest Hill Eastern, Saturday at 10 in the morning. Division III, let's go to Gladstone. Don Olson Field, a little bit windy. Hancock and Menominee, top of the sixth, still 0-0. Hancock's Isaac Wanala gets the center field, no on the diving effort. Ben Kiernan gets the green light around third. He scores to give the Bulldogs a 1-0 lead, but Hancock could not add to that total. Bottom of the sixth, Robert Finger batting. Ben Kiernan uncorks a wild pitch. Blake Posh hesitates and heads home, and he's out. Posh disagrees. The umpire didn't see the catcher complete the process, so yes, they went and checked with the other umpires. Safe, tied at 1. Couple pitches later, another wild pitch with Finger at the plate. Dylan Beal dashes home. Maroons take a 2-1 advantage after 6. Top of the 7th, Menominee changed pitchers as Hancock threatens, bases loaded. Caleb Isaacson draws a walk. Kirby Storm jogs home, tying the contest at 2. Braden Larson is up, and he's going to get a good swing, and this one's a single to right center field. Todd Kilpela scores, with the Bulldogs grabbing a 3-2 lead. Now, Menominee advanced a runner to second base in the bottom of the 7th, but that's where that runner stayed. Hancock moves on to the regional final Saturday, a nail-biting 3-2 win over Menominee, the Bulldogs' third straight comeback win.
In the districts, we've had a couple of games where we've had to battle the entire way out, so our team just always had it from the start to the beginning that there's always a chance to win. They got to get 3 outs to beat us, so we never get down. We're always making sure momentum stays high, positivity's high in the dugouts, and it works.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay cool and just let the game come to me, stay level-headed, don't get too down, don't get too high until the final out's secure, and go home and enjoy the win.
Hancock will return to Don Olson Field in Gladstone Saturday to face Manistee in a regional final at 10 in the morning. The other regional final will head Sanford Meridian against top-ranked Traverse City St. Francis at 12:30. The quarterfinal will follow at 3 o'clock, again, all at Gladstone. Let's go to Division IV. It is Jeffers at North Dickinson, and Jeffers had an 8-4 lead. Reddick Randall with a single to left field. Pierce Johnson trotted home, and that gave the Jets a 9-4 advantage. And defense, yep, Jeffers had that too. Diving catch by Levi Kinnunen on the pop foul. Not letting up, Jeffers would increase the lead to 6. Cameron Anderson drew a walk with the bases loaded, and it's a 10-4 lead for the green and white. A little bit of black in there too. Nordics get a run in the last inning. Mason Florensky with a base hit. Jason Graham scored. Unfortunately, the rally died quickly because the last out was made at third base. So Jeffers is in business with a 10-5 victory. Cam Anderson was the winning pitcher. Elsewhere in Division 4, Norway blanked Pickford 6-0. So let's set up the D4 Regional on Saturday. The finals are in Rudyard. It will be Jeffers against the Mayo Thunderbolts Saturday at 10 in the morning. Then the Hillman Tigers will take on Norway at 12:30 Eastern Time, with the final, or the quarterfinal, I should say, following that. The Upper Peninsula Division II Boys Track and Field Finals had several outstanding runners. Bark River Harris's Johnny McDonough took the 110 hurdles in 15.61 seconds. He was second in the 300 hurdles and long jump, plus fifth in the 100 dash. Ironwood's Talon Hughes was third in the 100 hurdles, but he bounced back quickly, taking the 100 dash in 11.36 seconds. Hughes also crossed the line first in the 200. Rudyard's Stephen Kirshner had a perfect day. He won the 800 in 4 minutes 38.99 seconds. He captured the 1600 and 3200 meter runs, and he helped the relay team to a victory as well. Now, we can't leave out Pickford because Pickford's had a pretty good week of athletics. The Panthers had good days, and very good days if you want to consider it, from Gunnar Bennon. He was first in the 400 coming up here in 52.54 seconds. He was second in the 100 and helped the relay team to a victory. John Anderson of Pickford did very well, dashed through the 300 hurdles in 42.01 seconds. He was second in the 100 hurdles, plus he took the high jump and the long jump. The high jump, a Division II record, 6 feet, 6 inches. To the board, Pickford, your winner with 139. Rudyard was second, then was Bark River Harris, Norway, and West Iron County tied for fourth. 2D2 girls, plenty to cheer about at that meet as well. We'll start in the 100 hurdles. West Iron County's Bristol Shamian outran Munising's Addie Bowerman to the line in 16.81 seconds. Shamian also took the 300 hurdles and high jump and was third in the 200. Rudyard earned a first place medal in the 100 dash moments later. Amelia Fountain broke the line in 13.22 seconds. The Bulldog sophomore also grabbed the 200 and 400 dashes and was fourth in the pole vault. Bark River Harris still has good sprint relay teams. Alexis Olson and Emma Zawada, along with Carly Erickson and Julia Nault, won twice. The four combined for 36 individual event points. Pickford's Talia Schreiber dominated the long distance run again. The future Bowling Green runner won the 1600 in 5 minutes, 8.2 seconds. Also the 800 and 3200. Quickly to the board, you will see your winners are Rudyard with 87, followed by Bark River Harris, Ewan Trout Creek, West Iron County, and Pickford. And we will be right back.
Optimize your home with Maytag and Whirlpool appliances from Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Maytag and Whirlpool offer best-in-class warranties on durable, state-of-the-art appliances, perfect for your laundry room or kitchen. Available in stock or online, plus free delivery and 0% financing.
Okay.
Getting ready, we all have our routine. Finding an outfit. Fixing your hair. And all the other little touches. Gum, check. Keys, check. Phone, check. But of all the things you remember to bring with you, naloxone could be the most important. It can reverse an opioid overdose. You can get it without a prescription in most states, and it's really easy to use. If you or someone you know is at risk for opioid overdose, naloxone could save their life. Keep it on you and at home. For more information about naloxone, visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
Home for CBS is WZMQ 19.
For more than 30 years, our community has come through, building affordable homes, making critical repairs, and building ramps for those who need a little help and a little hope. Habitat for Humanity volunteers produce amazing results treasured forever. You could be our next hero. Volunteers are needed to provide affordable housing in Marquette County. Join in, sign up, it's easy. Go to UpersUnited.com or use the QR code shown here. A public service message of Habitat for Humanity and WZMQ TV 19.
I'm Sophia Murphy at the Capitol in Lansing, only on WZMQ 19 News.
And a final check of your forecast as I'm finally starting to track some rain to move back into the Upper Peninsula. It's not going to be a washout, and it will be very slowly moving, last with us for a few days. So on the rain outlook, we go from that very low chance, which we've been consistently seeing, and then a few very widely scattered showers for tomorrow. Again, you might not even see any of the rain because of how widely scattered and isolated they'll be, but then everyone has a better chance to see some of that rain that continues from Thursday and into Friday. I mean, a few of these storms could be severe just because when they're associated with a cold front and it has been so warm, that temperature difference might spark up a few storms that pack a bit of a punch. So we could see some isolated severe storms. I'll be on the watch for that. Until the rain comes in, though, we have those temperatures continuing to soar into the upper 70s and even some lower 80s. So enjoy the summertime heat as we have a mostly dry day for tomorrow, just some of those evening drops, and then I'll have another look at your forecast and that potential severe storms for Friday coming up tomorrow.
Kelly, thank you again. And Mike, anything else from you?
The Tigers should have been playing Tampa Bay all season long. They get the sweep of the Rays today, 7-2. They'll be off and host Seattle on Friday. The Brewers lost to the Giants 1-0. And the New York Knicks have a road victory to start the NBA Finals, 105-95 over San Antonio.
Mike, thank you very much. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch you back here tomorrow at 6/5 Central. See you then.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. With Skyrizi, feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks. Many people were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 4 years.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic